guys, welcome back to another episode of Sierra Kaz. I hope you're all doing well and you're all having a fabulous weekend. At least I'm filming this on a Sunday. So I am here with a movie review. As I talked to you in my last video, I said I was gonna either do a Game of Thrones or Aladdin movie review, and I think it's more appropriate to do Aladdin because Game of Thrones is over, that chapter is closed, we need to move on to new things, disappointing, whatever. So yeah, so I went to see Aladdin yesterday and oh my god, woo! I have every scoop there is to tell you about the movie. You know, what I thought about the movie and just like everything. So before you even continue, if you haven't watched the movie, please, I suggest you don't continue because I have some spoilers. I mean, obviously it's based off the animated version, so the story is already laid out, you know how it starts and ends, but they added a few twists to the live action, so I may be giving away a lot of spoilers. So if you don't want to get any spoilers, please don't watch. First go watch the movie and then you can come back here and listen to my thoughts and what I thought of the movie just overall. So I made some notes here on my laptop, and I'm gonna be going over everything I can think of that you need to know about the movie. So I think I split up this talk into I believe like about 4 categories. So I'm gonna talk about the cinematography, the music and sound, the acting, the casting, and then just like the story itself. Give my overall thoughts, my reactions, and just like I guess break down some of the few characters and the casting and what I thought about that. So yeah, so going into the movie, I actually hadn't watched the animated version in like 2 years or so, so I went into the movie without really remembering what exactly transpired. Like I know, obviously I know the story, you know, Aladdin is like a street, I mean they call him like a street rat who falls in love with Jasmine, a princess, and they can't be together, and then he meets a genie, you know, a genie in the bottle, whatever. So I just went into the live action kind of having like that basic you know, background, but I didn't remember like the specific details. I didn't really remember how Jafar looked like, and so going into it, it almost felt like a new experience. So I was really open. I didn't have a lot of bias. Obviously the first thing is the trailer was so bad. Like the trailer, when I watched the trailer, and when I was like, no, I hate that casting. I don't think that girl is gonna be Jasmine. Like she just doesn't fit Jasmine. She's not Arabic enough. I didn't like the actor playing Aladdin. I was just like, no, you know. So but I was extremely mesmerized by the movie. It's incredible. It's brilliant. Like it really swept away all my, you know, my expectations, and it was great. So let's talk about the cinematography. It was stunning. You know, oh my god, Disney, you killed it. Like just, you know, the action, the special effects, the CGI, you know, they had to do CGI on Abu, Aladdin's pet. It was brilliant. Just like going in there, a lot of nostalgia, and I feel like even if you can critique the movie a lot, the biggest thing that you experience when you go to watch the live action is the nostalgia. It's just, you know, listening to a whole new world, and then, you know, just like even like other new songs that they had. So the cinematography, I want to rank it like 9 out of 10. It was brilliant, absolutely great. And then music and sound. So for the music, obviously I want to say like the high of the movie was A Whole New World. For me, like when they start playing A Whole New World, oh my god, I was literally like shedding tears, like oh, just like I couldn't, you know, it was amazing. And already I was I've been overplaying Zayn's version and Zavia of A Whole New World, so I've kind of already just been preparing myself for this experience. So A Whole New World was really great, and I think it's Mena Masood. I don't know, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his name right. That's the guy who plays Aladdin, and Naomi Scott. I think they actually are the ones who sing those songs, so they didn't like lip sync or anything like that. So it was really great. And then they also had a few originals as well. I was reading reviews before I did this video. People are really in love with Naomi's song Speechless. You should go, you know, watch it. I can't insert it in here because of copyright, but it was really great. And then yeah, just like, you know, Arabian Night, it was so good. And then Prince Ali, oh, it was really great. I think Will Smith did that for when Aladdin comes in as the prince. So that was really great. So the music and sound, I want to give it like a 8 out of 10. It was really great. Yeah, it could be better, but I think it was great just for the most part. Because I mean, you cannot beat the original version of, I think, what's her name, Leah Salong? I could be wrong. She's the one who sang the original of Mulan. Yeah, and then anyways, the original is always better, but it was brilliant. The sound, I want to give it, I said 8 out of 10. Yeah. Okay, and then the acting and the casting. So as I said, when I watched the trailer, obviously I was turned off by the actors. I mean, obviously when you watch the trailer, the first thing is you want the girl to look like Jasmine. I mean, I know it's a cartoon, but you want them to get as close enough of a character of an actress they can. And even to the prince, you want someone who is like as gorgeous as Aladdin the cartoon. But so I was very skeptical. But these guys killed it, you know. And I like how the people they casted were just like, they're not like big celebrities like Ryan Reynolds or whatever. It was just like new faces, you know, giving these actresses a platform and kind of just allowing us to believe what they have to offer. So yeah, the acting was really great. Was really great. So I'm gonna break them down. I'll start with Mena Massoud as Aladdin. He really gave this character life and just really made it his own, you know. Just like, you know, just very obviously funny. I think Aladdin is very funny, especially with his relationship with Abu. So brilliant acting. And then Naomi Scott, you know, she really gave new life to Jasmine. I feel like she embodied female empowerment in this character. So that was really good. She delivered this character in her, you know, the best way she sees Jasmine, and she gave Jasmine almost like a new interpretation. Yeah, so it was really brilliant. Yeah, and then Will Smith, obviously the biggest star in the whole movie is Will Smith as the genie, and I feel like a lot of people were probably drawn to watch the movie because of Will Smith. I love Will Smith as an actor, so you know, obviously filling Robin Williams' shoes is a big thing. Robin Williams was the original voice behind the genie. So like, I remember when the trailer came out, everyone was like, no, you can never fill Robin Williams' shoes, you know. And but I think Will Smith did an amazing job. I want to quote a review that I saw online I feel like this person really describes Will Smith's performance. This is what they said. A phenomenal job as the genie. You did not try to copy what the late Robin Williams did, but you made him your own, and it was amazing. That is it. He made the genie his own, like his own character. He brought a new interpretation to this very funny character. You know, like, I feel like you could rename Aladdin and the Genie. And the other thing with this movie, the live action, the genie plays a huge role. The story is pretty much told from the point of view of the genie. And there is a spoiler that I'm gonna give. I don't know if I should give it right now, but so the movie starts with the genie having 2 kids and a wife, and that's not in the original. And he basically almost tells them this story, which is so different from the animated version. And you know, so another huge thing that they actually do that that I thought was really great was they introduced another key character in the story, the maid. Jasmine had a maid. I think the actor's name is Nassim Pirada, something like that. So, and she falls in love with the genie. So they give the genie a partner. So she falls in love with they fall in love, and basically in the end is that they say that they also have a happy ever after ending. They fall in love and they have 2 kids and all of that. So that was like a huge addition to the movie, which I think was a great thing to add. So yeah, he's basically with Aladdin everywhere, you know, everywhere they go. Even when Aladdin goes to meet Jasmine as, you know, as Prince Ali, he's right there with him, guiding him. Like the exchanges they have, like, so funny, like, you're embarrassing me, which wasn't in the animated version. So they really gave the movie just a new interpretation, which was so amazing. And especially if you haven't watched the animated version in a while, just watching this is very refreshing. It's almost like a new twist. It's like someone tells you, you know, like a story of Aladdin, but just changing different things about it, but it's the same story, you know. So I think Will Smith was brilliant. You know, obviously you can't compare with him with Robin Williams. It's impossible. And it's different because Robin was the voice behind, you know, but he has actually the whole face, you know, like his whole body. So I think he did a great job, and just like the additional things they did, a bit of hip hop in the songs he did, so that was really great. Yeah, and then just like I put on my notes, he added flavor to the character, his own touch to it. So please go watch it. I think you will not be disappointed. Go watch it, it's brilliant. Okay, then we come to the most disappointing. I don't want to be too harsh. Jafar. I mean, the good thing, when I came into the show, I did not remember, as I said, I did not remember how Jafar looked, and I didn't really remember the complexity of his character. But coming in, so Jafar was played by the actor's name is Mehran Kenzari. He got a lot of backlash on YouTube as well. Like, I saw a lot of people saying, no, Jafar, like, they could have used a different actor to, like, bring out that character so much better. And I didn't really take them a lot, you know, from what they said. But I actually rewatched the animated version this morning so I can, you know, get a better, you know, judgment when I do this video. And I have to say, he was the most off character. Like the casting, I just don't think the casting was the best for Jafar. And also just his story, his character. They cut out a lot of his story in the movie, and I mean, I could have forgotten some things, but I feel like they cut out a lot of the story from Jafar. Like, when I watched the animation, Jafar almost is, you know, he almost starts the movie, you know, with his parrot. That's another thing they killed, the relationship with his parrot. I just don't think they had quite a relationship in the movie, which maybe, I guess it's fine. It's kind of hard to make a CGI because I don't think that was real, you know, I don't know. Yeah, like in the animated version, the Jafar and the parrot are just like buddies. Like, the parrot is almost like one that advises him on things to do, like giving him the idea of, you know, you need to marry Jasmine, and then you know, and then you can become a sultan. The parrot doesn't really have that much of an attachment to Jafar in the movie. It was kind of just like a random, I don't know, it was very random. Like, in the end, when Jafar, spoiler, I mean, it's already a spoiler, that happens even in the animated version. Jafar turns into a genie. He's like, you need to come with me. He tells the parrot, you need to come with me. That was so random. Like, in the animated version, it made sense for it to come with him because they were always together. Like, yeah, so that relationship didn't really work, or at least they didn't really build that. And also his story, just like, you know, Jafar doesn't like, in the very beginning, he turns into an old man and then deceives Aladdin into, you know, like, kind of making him to go to the cave and get the lamp. They don't do that. They scrape that and do something completely different. Yeah, I don't really like, I just feel like they they did really bring out Jafar's story, his character. He's a boss, you know. He's such a great character, and I don't know if it's the casting, if it's the story. I think the casting also has something to do with it. Like they needed to show us that this was a guy who was almost like Aladdin, you know, like a street rat, and then now he's at the high with the king. So I don't really like, you know, his character. They scraped so much of his story that was in the original, you know, and just like it was very, you know, they kind of left it to our imagination to, you know, to put pieces together. Like, why would Aladdin believe him and all of that. So yeah, I don't know, I didn't really, yeah, he was my least impressive, the casting as well as just the story. So, and Jafar is like a very, very key role. So yeah, and just like a lot of sequences were taken out, and they changed obviously a lot of scenes. I mean, this is a really great scene when Jafar chains the Sultan and Jasmine, and that scene where Jasmine seduces Jafar and kisses him, they took that out. They did something completely different. So yeah, it was different. I you know, go see it. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Jafar's character and just like his story. You know, I personally wasn't impressed as much. So yeah, let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on Jafar, the casting and just like his story, and yeah, and all of it. Yeah, and then I guess worthy mentions are Abu, Aladdin's pet, key role in the animation. They did an amazing job to really bring this little monkey to life. It was very delightful to watch. It could be more, it could be better. Aladdin and Abu was so close. Yeah, so it could be better, as well as the mat. We didn't really see much of a playful interaction with the mat, and just like the genie, you know, I remember when the genie comes out of the lamp, he's like, "Hey buddy, I haven't seen you in a long time." They scraped that. So yeah, but otherwise I think it was brilliant, you know, it was brilliant. So I talked about the story. They changed several things, I guess worthy mentions. Definitely Jafar not disguising himself as an old man. I thought that was a huge thing. And then Jasmine I was arguing with my sister that I think like the introduction of the movie, Jasmine meets Aladdin like so early, where early on they make a new story of where Jasmine has a bracelet, and she tries to use that to compensate for the, you know, for the apple that she had given to the little orphan. So they do a new twist to it, which I thought it's still really nice. It's still really nice. As I said, the live action and the animated version, it's almost like two people who know this story, and then they all tell it to you. It's the same idea, but they add in different details. They take out different details. So that's how it is. They're not twins. So if you go into this expecting them to be twins, you will be disappointed. They're not twins. So and then the prince who wanted to marry, sorry, I don't want this video to be too long. So the prince who wanted to marry Jasmine, they had like a Scottish guy. I sorry if I'm wrong. Yes, they showed us that scene that was in the animated version. I feel like you could actually do a video saying everything different from the live action and the animation, because there was a lot, so much. Yeah, and then the genie just plays a huge role, huge. He literally is the one telling the story. From, you know, when you watch it, it's almost him. He commands the story, he commands the movie. Yeah, so they gave it a new interpretation. And what else? So I saw another quote that I really liked. Someone said, "This trailer does not do any justice for this masterpiece. The soundtrack, the casting, the costumes, and acting were brilliant." Seriously, yeah. The costumes were really great. At first, when I watched the trailer, I kept thinking it's more Bollywood than Arabic. Actually, I don't think it was. It you know, they did their best to give it the Arabic tune vibe to it, which it is. So I think they did a great job. And I guess just like So overall, I want to say I would give this, the whole live action, 8 out of 10. I thought it was brilliant. You know, they didn't, you know, they gave it a new interpretation, added so much gist to it, and the casting, you know, so I definitely encourage everyone who hasn't watched it to go watch it and let me know what your thoughts are. Yeah, and you know, the songs and everything. So let me know if I skipped anything, if I forgot anything that was key that you feel like needs to be talked about. But otherwise, those are my thoughts on the movie. I thought it was brilliant, and anything that could be done better, it is what it is. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. So yeah, thank you so much. If it's your first time watching any of my videos, thank you for tuning in. Please like this video, it means a lot to me. And subscribe, you know, I want to grow my subscriber count, and also just like press the post notification button so you can get notifications when I post a new video. I'm trying to post a video every week or every 2 weeks. So, and my channel is mainly on beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and pop culture. So this would be pop culture. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts once again, and I will see you in another episode. Whole new world.